Hey there everyone, Firemac here, and welcome back to the Shadowbringers New Game Plus Stream Story Recaps for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Firemac. And we're heading right back in. I really thought after that dungeon would be the end of part 1, but I think we still got a few more quests. I mean, we are halfway in. This is like level 75 stuff. Alright, bearing with it. Yostola wears a haunted expression. Emmett Silk's words have clearly found their mark. Though recent events plainly warrants further discussion, I think it best that we wait for Alphino and the others. Until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett Silk included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanau and make certain of the Yulmoran's withdrawal. After that, Solerball, the Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, so back there. You are returned and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. The death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. Our lives waned, so too did our hope that the runes we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries. With your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the Vis, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Katana Rabble proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but our duty as decreed by the late Emperor would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does that not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies perhaps, but the runes cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherball shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to the day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. Cool. Back to Slitherball.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
Who said that a lot? Someone, there's like a character who always said that. None the worse for wear. Like all the time.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Yulmoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. A sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runan, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we will hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Hey, Arbor, what you doing, buddy? We're doing good by you, man. We're doing good by you. Burn with it. Ba-da-doo-doo. Still not done. Okay. Out of the wood. You cannot help but feel something is bothering your stola. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Ooh, private time with your stola. No, I know what it is. She's gonna tell us about the light that's eating us. I'm pretty sure. I mean, what else would she be calling us? Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they proved true, so I must share them with you. From the first we met at Fort Gone, your ether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. But when you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Heidelin's blessing, rather it was absorbed into your being. Uran-J also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. We're leaving. Leave this freaking wood forest. Destination. Lahi! Lahi! We took one last patrol of the perimeters. All things considered, Sliverball remains relatively unscathed. Sliverball. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there's a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I lived with the blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. But I pray I did honor. I pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. We must return to the Crystarium. Alright, we're going back to the Crystarium finally. I am down to 11 tickets. Oh my gosh. Lahi? All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphino and Alize have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika? Well, actually, Alphino, we kind of killed it already. Found and slain? You say. I should have known. Yulmore has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrant to defend them. I'm glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Greatwood. Speaking of Yulmore, what came of your meeting with Mothri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same after your clash with the Warden. You deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Okay, maybe part 1 will end after the scene at the Pendants. After my little talk with Ardbert. Because clearly, I'm going to have a talk with Ardbert. That's how this thing's go. I go back to the Pendants, go in my room, I'm about to do something, and then Ardbert's like, what's up, yo? What's up, bro? What you doing? And then we have a little nice chat about something. I don't know what. It's going to be something. Welcome back, sir. Returned from the lengthy excursion, I take it? Well, your room has been made ready, if you'd care to retire. Very good, I pray you sound sleep and pleasant dreams. Ardbert, buddy, you there? Yeah, there he is. Chat with Ardbert.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
I must stay the course for the others.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald, that's back in the source, nowhere near us.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Oh, there's fighting happening outside. I did not even notice. Ah, called it! Right after this, part 1 is over. Cool. So it's gonna be a while before we find out what the heck that was about, because instead of continuing the story, I told you guys we're gonna do the role quests because they're required. So, not that. Get out of here. New game. All right. So we're not going there. Not raids. Not no, not here. Take. Alright, we're gonna do the tank role quests. Actually, let me just double check something here. The healer role quests. What is this? Oh. Oh. That's just carpenter stuff. Oh, what's here? The void calls. I have no idea what that's about. I don't recall. Either way, we're just gonna do the tank roll quest, okay? This one's required. Granson, a bounty hunter by trade, has resolved to hunt Daikaison, one of the so-called cardinal virtues, exceptionally powerful sin eaters born from the fallen warriors of light. He is convinced this monster, once known in another life as the Knight Brandon, is the villain responsible for destroying all he held dear. But he will soon find there is more to the tale of this former hero than meets the eye. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this, okay? It shouldn't take long, there's like 5 quests. And yeah, it shouldn't take long at all. I just don't remember how much cutscenes are in, but it's not like a freaking... It's not long, it's just a few cutscenes. And a couple instant duties, but we'll be fine. The man with too many scars. The tall, dark stranger is regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and approval. I'm doing it here because I think this is the best point to do it in the middle of the Shadowbringers thing, because if I do it after Shadowbringers, then there's no point, because I already beat the base game. Can't say I've chatted with you before. I remember I had seen your fair share of fighting, have you? Nani? What? And wary besides, rest assured, I've no secret designs. Name's Granson. Bounty hunter by trade, mostly senators. But when I first laid eyes on you, I had the feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior darkness folks have been talking about recently, that right? Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize inside of Nordbrand. Prize, you say? And what's going on? Huh, that grabbed your attention. Daikaiosign, let's go with that. The fiend I'm after, one of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call them. Former Warriors of Light, esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard this all before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return roughly recently as a sin eater. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I am to put an end to all of that. You've heard the pitch, and so what's the answer? You interested in hunting Daikaiosign with me? Not a word of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. I'm also not going to do voices for this, because I kind of want to just get through these really fast. And just call it a day with these freaking quests. So we can get back to business. To defeat the Huns. Honestly, I don't think these quests should take very long. Let's just go from point A to point B, and they should be super quick. There's just gonna be cutscenes. Oh, that's an A rank. Let's not go towards the A rank. There you are, very good. The Sin Eaters were sighted west of Exensor Gate, so we'll need to head through here before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor, putting them out of their misery. Let's go, let's do it. Let's beat it, let's hurry up, let's go. What's up, Granson, you sinner? Where's my chocobo, man? Good and clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. It says the world could do with less Sin Eaters. Follow me, it shouldn't be much further. Really, dude? You're gonna make me do this again? You suck. Where's the next badge? Yeah. Alright, so hurry up. Faster, faster, faster. Let's go. Let's go. Must get there fast. Super fast. Fast and clean. So fast and so clean. Fast and clean. Fast and clean. Wow. Ooh. Ah. Yeah. No. It's taking too long. I want to be on quest 2 right now. I kid, but I am a little anxious to get this out the way. Surveying. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. Let's move it. Come on, move it on. Come on, meter. Survey faster, please. Okay? Alright? Cool. There. There, you satisfied now, Granson? Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? Cool, awesome. I believe that was enough for their first quest. I think the pendants is the faster way here. So, just to make sure you're still keen on an arrangement, Frank, will you join with me and hunt the Dread King Fiend, Daikaiosign, and put an end to his accursed existence? Excellent, then it is settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation. Ours is no exception. Daikaiosign can be a rather difficult eater to pin down, but before we commence ours, we will do well to attend our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. Right now, shaped by tragedy. It's all set to embark on our great hunt, Firemac? Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I'm no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Daikaiosign's whereabouts. Norvrent may not be particularly large, a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it'd take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place. I know for a fact Daikaiosign has attracted before the village of Wright on Colusia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through, so let us be off then. Alright. To right. On Colusia. Oh yeah, let's get the second quest out of the way. Second quest out of the way. Second quest out of the way. What? Getting that quest out of the way, boy. Quest. Granson. You're also a Dark Knight like me, aren't you? Welcome to Right. I reckon it may not seem like much to you, but to me, never mind. We'll save that conversation for later. Tracking down Daikasign is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up something useful, some useful information that way, I'd wager. Cool. So where are we going? I think it's someone over here, right? No. Over here? Aha. Skittish villager. Ah! What do you want with me? The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh god, is he here? Why are you talking about him? Oh, I know, I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror in Eater's hand. Ah! Gah! Gah! Alright, next this person. Where's the other person? Come on. Where are you hiding? I just need to talk to you. Continue this quest, please. Trying to continue the quest, please. Is that player? What is that player doing? Just standing there. You're so tiny. There's no one else. What the heck? Where is the second person to talk to? What's going on? Are they like hiding around the corner or something? Aha! The heck? Didn't I look in this direction before and I did not see that? The spawned villager. Huh? Where did you come from? What do you want from me? Daikasign, the thrice damned eater that's the spitting image of Galgant Knight, that Daikasign? That Kaiosine? I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he wicked white. If you hadn't seen the carnage, you would... Oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Oh, dude, this quest is over already? Sweet. That's what I like to see. I like to see a quick quest done and done. Well, learn anything worth sharing? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. What exactly happened here? I'm assuming Daikasign was like, I'm gonna kill everybody. Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. What's going on? What's up? I was born and raised in Right, lacking any real prospects. I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting that had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life. Melinda, she's probably dead, was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from the Elmorian trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration, bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to the royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had. So when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over, but when I got back to Wright, Daikaio-san had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us, the gruff woodsman who'd brought the firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter, both of them reduced to mindless fiends just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda, and there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met, and when we knew it was going to be alright, we ran for each other, and even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me. The next she was Daikaio-san knelt and took the fans of Orthus, then left, leading the host of Sin Eaters out of Wright. So she got transformed in front of him. Is that what's going on? That's what's suggesting from this screen. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her, not once in the years we'd been together. For all the times she'd come welcome me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. Killed his own wife. She was a Sin Eater. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. Daioki-san would die by my hand. I carved the scars of my flesh to mirror the ones he left in my soul. An enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. Dude, that's emo as fuck. This cut, it reflects my soul. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put an end off our hunt. Still with me on the end, sinner. That's the spirit. So, I have some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. Sweet, that's 2 quests down, 3 more to go. Making quick work, that's what I like to see. Defined by loss, Granson would like nothing more than to leave the right behind. Right. We'll do that. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I failed to turn up any information as to whereabouts of Daioki-san. Daioki-san. There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The fangs of Orthus, the bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that the Eater took with him when he left Wright. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They have no need for worldly possessions. Yet Daioki-san took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique, or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask, the Yulmoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. As much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think there's an option even though Daioki-san's attack a year ago is common knowledge. I doubt the trader will believe that an eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Firemac. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da. Alright, so if you guys haven't caught on, it was kind of explained when they got introduced, but even more so now, all the people that Ardbert had hung out with got turned into those cardinal virtues, or they're like uber Sin Eaters, kind of. But they all look like the people, Arbert's crew. And each one of the rollcasts deals with one of them. So that's why I'm not really going to do all of them, because they all kind of have their own little story, but they all follow the same pattern that, you try to find them, and then you find them, and then you deal with them. That's basically the pattern for all of them. It's just each one has a little something different, because each character that's related to each role quest has their own story to tell. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to do all of them for this, but I'm doing this one because I'm a Dark Knight, and it's It's gonna go in that way. And to what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? The Fangs of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under assumption that should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from the traveling peddler who claimed that it was a relic of Verbert, the glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit. After having it properly restored by an artisan in rank, alas, she was one of the several casualties of a Sin Eater attack, during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. Yeah, he's talking about the girl. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not regularly, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mord Sook, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As an incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not known where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is related to the Fangs of Orthus, then it might attract Dioconsign's attention. Assuming it hasn't already. Let's go! Alright, we're going to Almarang. 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 Okay. Fine weather we're having here in Mord Sook, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of Verbert-type trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. Cool. So we gotta find the right trinket from the right guy, from the right Mord. The Mord dude. Zinzin over here looks promising. Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? I said I wasn't gonna do voices, but the Moors. Oh ho, a choker that at once belonged to Verbertite. Royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession, but no, I do not. In all my years, I have never even heard of someone unearthing such a thing. A hewn peddler. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? So it's Liz lady. Ah, the Verbertite choker? Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him in the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Oh, that's really close. You weren't kidding. Oh, I know that's Granson. Oh. Okay, what news, friend? We gotta go find this dude in some ruins, dude. Get the choker. Ha! To think it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory's correct, then so long as the scavenger has this choker, he's a target for Dioconsign. He may be already dead. Alright, pretend this guy is light-filled, guys. I mean, you know I was gonna eventually... That's something I can't really edit. I mean, you saw it in Calusia as well. Technically, the night sky has returned. I just... Pretend it's still super bright. Okay, guys? Surveying. Survey says. Survey. I look around. Mercy! Mercy! Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg of you. Yep, he's dead. He's a Sin Eater now. Well, so much for that. Might as well kill the guy, right? Please! Please! Well, looks like we're gonna kill you. Nice knowing you, dude. Oh, this is a level 74 quest. 78, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80. Crap, maybe it was 6 quests. Oh no. Oh no, maybe it was 6 quests and not 5. Okay, alright. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence itself. You can see it in their eyes. Like when Dio consigned, Don't tell me you saw him. I did. Killed the merchant right in front of me. Wicked white, and he took the choker too? Damn it. Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. It's just like right. I was too late to save him. Just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world, Daikaio-san. Vengeance will be mine. Right, yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. You gonna cut yourself another scar to reflect the pain in your soul, man? It's just, every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first. Of her. Morsuk. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger that didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it, I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help to find the right words. Not that there are ever any. Edwards, I'll have a good look about our next step. Don't let me keep you from other affairs, Firemac. We'll speak again soon. In fact, right now, the princess and her knight, Granson, had his fill aboard Sook. Hey there, sinner! I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she'd cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Il Meg a year or so back. hoping to cart off all the verbitite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fey folk, who killed and drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumbled upon a remarkable find, 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthis being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Yulmoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which Daikusan attacks, right, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Mordsuk keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthis, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to here and now. To the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that Daikusan's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claw of Orthis, did I say we should get our hands on it first and then use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the fairy kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. I've traveled to Ilmeg before. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask after this verbitite ring. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping in shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack, though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually if we're going to find the wrist ring. After all, the new Mo were part of the Verbitite Society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to? Well, there's Pla-Eni. Pla-Eni, eh? Very well, lead on, sinner. I'm talking too much and too fast. It's only because I'm trying to finish this role quest quickly. Something about your demeanor bespeaks of question unasked. Have I the right of it? Yes, you do. A ring that belonged to the royal family of Verbert. It was called the Claws of Orthis, huh? But Verbert is long gone, as are the characters of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have to where it might have got to where it had. Yalaul. Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? The Claws of Orthis it is a ring, you say. The name I have heard of before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, so old served the royal family before the flood? Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Awesome. Had yourself a conversation or 3. Learn anything interesting? So Sol Ul is the one who we ought to speak with, eh? A former servant of the royal family, which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. Yeah, the Fae are kinda immortal. Kinda crazy. I mean, they're not more immortal, they just don't age. You could kill one if you wanted to. I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. Oh, flashback power activate! It's been a while since that's happened. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl not yet of age transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me, you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. Tadric. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs, without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin! Should we try not keeping them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Herbert, do you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us? Was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what needs to be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here! Surely you must see that! I would not let it be whispered that the Princess Saldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Verbertite's soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So am I to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I'm alone, take shelter, and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally. My lady! You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Lady Saldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right, there is no telling where our culprit will strike again, so you must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now? Lady Saldia? Lady Saldia! Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it in more. Hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, as if racked by terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Well, I just saw the past dude, and you were, like, right there. With Brandon. Lady Saldia, you saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift, too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean he's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? I see. In this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I'm afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the eater you seek. Ah, great. There's a spot in the river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it, but if you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. you're not gonna let Granson come along? Granson's the one that needs to prove himself to you. Was that my final ticket? I think that was my final ticket. Alright. Destination number 1. Now this one does line up to where we are in the actual game, because we did bring in the Night Sky Nilmeg. There's our number 2 spot. Woo! The beasts are no more then? Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speaking in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how sin eaters can spawn in more of their own kind? Wait, that was Granson. I will speak no more of this and other matters until after you've completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, Granson, for I accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive to the both of you. Why can't we all just speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge the situation. This may take time, but I am patient indeed. I have dealt with many stubborn child in my life.